Hi, well, my name is Mark Fairhurst. I'm an architect and local resident. For the last 3 to 4 years, we've been working with local landowners and Norwood Planning Assembly on looking how to improve the area. And we've been looking at a number of development sites. The one I'm going to talk about today is Knight's Hill Square. It's a combination of 3 separate buildings. We've had discussions with the landowners. It's a strategically important site. It's very close to the station and it's currently underutilised. The vision for the site is a new diversity of uses and increased employment. The history of the area with West Norwood High Street was established in the early 19th century. In the 1850s, the railway transformed the development. It introduced the new London to Brighton Railway. The town changed its name from Lower Norwood to Upper Norwood. In the 20th century, it saw the introduction of industrial uses such as metalworks. These later transformed into warehousing, which is still evident today. The Kiba is a key industrial business area. It supports business, industrial, storage and waste uses. There are 40 to 50 businesses. Arriva Buses is the main employer of the area with up to 62% of the employment use. However, there are a lot of non-regulated uses, community and creative uses. In 2017, a manual delivery report was delivered and it looked at the improvement of the area. It identified the area as a great community asset. There was consensus of underperformance. The idea of new creative enterprise zone. However, these proposals were financially unviable. Norwood Planning Assembly have carried out a number of community events and engagements. Proposals have suggested improvements to Norwood High Street, traffic calming, development sites, improved connectivity, enhancement of public realm, and encouraging creative activities. The transport location is excellent for this site. It's very good accessibility. It's close to West Norwood Railway Station and also the bus garage. It has a one-way road system which is problematic with speeds of cars and has servicing problems. The existing uses on site include a trade counter, workshop and educational support services. There are 3,500 square feet located completely within the Kiba designation. The current maximum employment potential is around 59 jobs. The site slopes down from the east and is surrounded by properties to the west and north, are elevated and have a greater height. The site currently consists of 1 or 2-story buildings with the potential for larger massing. It has an excellent southern orientation. I'm going to go through some precedents. This is a project we're working on in Croydon. On George Street. It introduces residential use in a former industrial site. It's a mix of residential and workspace uses, and it introduced the idea of new public access, increasing connectivity in the town centre. Neckinger Mills in Bermondsey is a completed scheme. It's a mixed-use office residential scheme on a former industrial site. It's adjacent to the railway viaduct, underground and listed building. Successful integration of residential use within a challenging environment, overcoming amenity issues. This is a much larger development, which is called Claxton Works in Canning Town. And this is one of the new schemes which has seen the introduction of residential use in a former industrial site, a mix of residential and workshop, affordable workshops, and the creation of new public realm. This is a precedent in New York. It's a WeWork New York, USA, and it's an innovative co-living and co-working scheme. Its residential use is directly linked to office use, creating short-term residential use only to prevent a cycle of private sales and unaffordable accommodation. And Deptford Market Yard, a new regeneration scheme adjacent to the railway station, enhancements to public space, a new public market, and mixed tenure housing. The scheme incorporates startup incubators for local businesses and pop-up events. So we'd like to see a range of new uses. Based on the study of precedents and similar projects, we have established a series of uses that might be especially suitable for the area. Some of them are recommended by the council, some are already present in the site, and others could be refreshing additions for the area. So on the new public realm to Knights Hill Square, it would improve landscaping and street furniture, connecting with the surrounding streets to encourage pedestrian movement, and active frontages for businesses, creating vitality and security with the creation of up to 200 new jobs. The south-facing amenity space with skylights provides natural daylight to the communal areas below. Residential use including student, co-living, key worker, affordable and social housing. Introduction of residential use is a game changer for the area, allowing investment to proceed and improving. The proposed massing, introduction of a serviced undercroft, site setback from a primary historical routes, allowing massing, raised massing without impacting on the character of the area, sustainable orientation, suitable passive heating and renewable forms of energy, which could feed into a local power sharing grid. So our new buildings will respect the historic context and optimize the site to increase employment and prosperity in the area. Reintroduction of residential use with 70 new dwellings and the creation of a new creative hub with a threefold increase in employment. And that's it. Thanks very much.